have on my radar screen at the moment. So I have two VRMs that assisted me in anchoring. The outer one, which is just touching the land, is set at 300 meters. That's the maximum that I could come into. And the inner ring is the VRM that is for avoidance of other vessels. So if I just show you these up here. So VRM2, that is the outer one, 300 meters. That's the maximum I was allowed to go into. And the inner one was 181 meters. And I'll explain to you how I got that figure there. So this is the closest point to land here on the outer VRM here. And here's my inner ring. So what I've been able to do all night is sit at anchor, and I haven't got any vessels that are inside my circle, so my swinging circle of 181 meters. So during the night, you can see where I've been. I've just drawn a little trace line, and this is a good indication as if we are starting to drag. So if the wind starts to pick up, we'll start to stretch out the chain, heading downwind from my anchor position. And this would, if the wind was heading from this direction here, then I would start to pay out this chain here and get it tight. And I know that I should not get outside of this ring because of because of the size of the ring and because of how much anchor chain I've got down. So here's the same information. It's displayed on my chart plotter here. This is an electronic chart system. It's not an ECDIS. And what I'm looking at here is I can see the position in which I anchored. So this is where the blue anchor symbol is there. And that blue anchor symbol is indicated because when I anchored, I'd set up a anchor button. I press the anchor button and it puts first of all an alarm ring, which you can see here. And it also puts the position on the chart where my anchor is. So during the night or during the time that I'm anchored, I can always see where my anchor is, and I can see if anybody is anchoring close to that or is positioning on top of the anchor. So I can also use with this system is to, if I put on radar overlay, I don't navigate like this. I prefer to have my radar and my charts separate, but I can see that I've got the targets are not sitting within my ring of safety. So how did I choose this position? Okay, so I'm just going to remove the radar overlay again. 1 second. So it keeps this information nice and clear. This is how I normally navigate. I normally have the radar separate. So as I've come in, I've looked at somewhere that's going to be reasonably shallow, because I know with this boat I'm not really comfortable with anchoring above 60 meters because I just don't have sufficient chain, and I'd like to have, staying overnight, I prefer to have somewhere in the region of 6 times the depth. So coming in here to anchor is somewhere between the 20 and 30 meter contours. Bear in mind, this is not as it's not as frequented by commercial vessels, so it's not an area that's particularly well surveyed, in my opinion. So I anchored quite close to the 20 meter contour, but in actuality my depth is currently a little bit more than that, at 26 meters. So what I've done is I've come in and I've put 6 shackles down, which is roughly 180 meters, a little bit less than that, but if we allow 27 meters per shackle, that's going to be close enough. So somewhere in the region of 170 to 180 meters of chain, and so my basic mass are going to be something along this. So I've got a 36 meter motor yacht, and the anchor is obviously coming from the bow. So I'm looking to ensure that I've got at least enough distance to have 6 times my depth, which, let's say that's 25 meters, so 6 times that, which is 150 meters plus 36 meters of boat, which will give me 186 meters. Now there's a bit of an allowance here in the fact that I'm in 25 meters of water, so I can possibly reduce that figure by 25 meters, bringing it down to about 160 meters. So by allowing for 180 meters, I've got a little bit of extra safety by having 180 meters here in my VRM, and if I haven't got anybody in there, then it's most likely that I'm going to have a safe anchorage.